I'm so excited about today's fragrance haul. All of these fragrances were purchased at Oswald, New York City. No, this is not a sponsored video. I have been shopping at Oswald since like 2013, 2014. Their selection is awesome. Josie is the manager there. She is awesome. If you contact them, she will give you recommendations. She's so helpful. I love her. And they just have an awesome selection. If you are interested in purchasing any of these, I do have a discount code, which I'm so excited about. That's a recent development, and it is 15% off of your purchase. And thank you in advance if you do use the code. I appreciate that. But if not, no problem. I understand. But the code is just my name, Anisha, and 15% off of really expensive luxury fragrances is a win in my book. The first one actually was something that was not on my radar at all. It was one that Josie recommended to me because I just asked her for her suggestions, and it is from Navitus. It is Virtus. The bottle is super pretty. I feel like the cap makes it look a little like retro, like it's a disco ball. Right off of the jump, there's this amazing saffron note where saffron kind of smells a little bit like leather. In my opinion, saffron is softer and creamier and just like more blended, but it has that effect a lot of times. There is a slight powderiness too, and I know that there's cardamom in here, which in my opinion and to my nose, that's what the powderiness is coming from. Cardamom always on me smells powdery, but not in a baby powder way. There's also this amazing light citrus off the initial burst where it kind of rounds everything out really nicely and cuts through some of the heaviness. But then once this scent starts to develop, it is this amazing, rich, sticky is the word that comes to mind, but it's sticky like sugar, like melted sugar or caramel, where it's this rich, buttery, yummy texture, or scent in this case. But you have honey, there's like a spice of cinnamon, there's this awesome patchouli, there's vanilla, there's benzoin, there's this musk at the dry down, which really holds the powdery effect all the way through. There's a little tobacco, and there's this slight fruitiness and still a little bit of green, which I really like because I think it gives it a lot of good balance. It's this resinous, sweet, woody, deep, dark scent. If you don't like things that have like that oud or Middle Eastern kind of a feel to it, you're not gonna like this because that's what this really reminds me of. This is amazing as a base to a lot of other fragrances too. So anything that's lighter or more vanilla, or if you want to amp up anything that's in here, you can mix it in and it mixes beautifully. It lasts a really long time, and a little bit goes a very long way. It is easy to overspray, but I don't mind that because 2 spritzes, it lasts all day and you're good to go. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Herod from Marley, Parfum de Marley. But in my opinion, this is a little more powdery and musky than Herod is, and it's a great fragrance. The next one is one I feel most people already know, have smelled. BDK Rouge Smoking. Right off the bat, there's cherry, there's a spice, but there's also this like freshness, like pink pepper effect to it. And then in the dry down, you have this rich vanilla, and on me, when it's like all the way dried down, like an hour or two later, there's this amazing spicy booziness to it. It's a little creamy. There's this tonka creaminess in the base, and there's a little bit of white flower in there too that adds this beautiful balance and makes it a little more unique. And also somewhere in the middle, it gets kind of creamy on me, like musky, creamy. But the ultimate dry down for me for this is this warm, spicy, resinous vanilla that has a slight booziness to it. Even though there are no boozy notes in here, it has this intoxicating, addictive sweetness. It smells to me kind of like an anise or like a cinnamony anise note, which it's not as a listed note, but on me, I always get this where it's like a spice to the vanilla, which I love. I think it's such a pretty vanilla. The juice is so pretty itself. This on its own, but also paired with other fragrances, oh, it is so good. This is from Blend Oud, and first, look at this bottle. Are you kidding me? It's gorgeous. But fun fact, Blend Oud is actually the brand that I picked up when I first went to Oswald in New York City in store, and I got Rams, and it's this delicious like tea, vanilla, white flower goodness. And so I figured I would try some more Blend Oud stuff because I have not been able to find Blend Oud anywhere else besides Oswald. This one is Santol Pondicherry, and listen, I love sandalwood in all forms, but when it's that like creamy, sweet sandalwood, oh, so good. It's woody, and there's a little bit of a citrus note in there that kind of, again, brings the energy up of it a little bit. It's not so flatline. There is saffron, so you have that leathery kind of effect to it. There's this insane sandalwood. There is some cardamom in this also, which gives it a kick of that creamy powderiness, but there's vanilla, there's amber, there's cedar. This dry down is like everything I want in a sandalwood fragrance. I love also that for being a creamy, sweet, delicious sandalwood, it's still a little fresher than some of my other sandalwood fragrances. Like there is a slight greenness to it, and there's a little bit of a smokiness too. And it's very long wearing. I spray everything on my clothes, for the record, guys. I get more longevity from wearing perfumes on my clothes, so I always spray fragrances on my clothing. It's so good. Honestly, I feel like I don't hear anybody talking about Blend Oud, and well, here I am because I have more for you guys, because the next one is Sana from Blend Oud. This one is like orange, vanilla, caramel sexiness. It is so beautiful and sweet, and a little bit of like a caramel, like burnt sugar almost, because there is a richness and a depth. The dry down for me, there's like a little bit of a spice, like a cinnamon in there. There is a slight white flower note too that I pick up. I believe the orange in here is technically listed as blood orange. Oh my God, it's so good. That citrus is so punchy right off the top, and then the dry down has a little bit of that citrus, but then this vanilla and cinnamon, and it is almost like an orange liqueur kind of a scent to me, in a similar category to like Dolce Amalfi from Xerjoff, or even, is it Love and Crime from Exidolo? It's that similar candied orange, vanilla, caramel kind of a fragrance. It smells so good on its own, but it also smells so good layered with other like deeper, woodier scents, or even like leather scents. Highly, highly, highly recommend. The last fragrance is from Blend Oud again, and I think this is my favorite from them that I have, and this is my fourth Blend Oud fragrance. This is Gold Oud. Oud for a lot of people is a little overbearing. It's strong, it's heavy, and it really can be, like in its purest form. This is stunning. It is just a perfect oud scent for anybody. Like this is something you could wear every single day, even though it still has oud. So right off the top, you have an opening with a little more citrus. There is a slight hint of rose, but it's not that super sweet, syrupy, like cloying rose. It is just so subtle, just to kind of balance out the oud and the woodiness. But this dry down, listen, oud, other woody notes, this insane cinnamon in there, and there's a sweetness, like almost vanilla-y, like vanilla cream, patchouli, so many other things happening. This is such an amazing fragrance. Honestly, like I look and sound stressed about this, but it's because I can't believe I am only now owning this. I wear this all the time with Baccarat Rouge 540, and honestly, I have gotten so many compliments whenever I wear this, even without Baccarat Baccarat Rouge, or a lot of times I'll mix it actually with Sana or Rouge Smoking, just anything that is a little bit sweeter. And I like the boozy notes in Sana with the woodiness and the oud in this. It's such a sexy, powerful fragrance. And these are all technically unisex, but like also whatever you want to wear, as far as I'm concerned. That's how I wear my fragrances. It's just this warm, inviting, sexy, seductive, woody, spicy, sweet scent. Based on my scent preference, it's addictive. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Straight to Heaven from Kilian, but still so different. And all the notes are just so well blended, and I freaking love this scent. This is one of my new favorites. Like, I just can't stop wearing it. So good. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried any of these fragrances, and also let me know if you have any fragrance suggestions so I have some new goodies to check out. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.